Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel if you are new. Hello, my name is V. I am posting one video every single day up until Christmas. That is 25 videos. We are on day 12. If you have missed any of my previous videos, make sure to check those out. Trust me, you do not want to miss out. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notifications as I'm doing tons and tons of giveaways throughout the month of December. For today's video, I am doing a very simple, subtle Christmas design. Definitely very monochromatic. I am doing pink and white ombre with some white 3D nail art. I guess it's just 3D nail art time. I don't know. I'm feeling it. But if you have noticed in my videos, I did pre-record videos a while back, so you'll notice that my nails are different. That being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys learn a ton. Now let's get right into it. Getting right into today's video, I am starting off with a pre-prep practice hand. However, I am going to be filing them into shape. Sometimes I will run out of tips and I just go up a size, and all I have to do is file the sides to make sure that it is nice and flush. If you are doing this on a client, make sure you file them before you apply it onto their natural nail so that it doesn't cause any discomfort. Larger tips can cause that as well as smaller tips. So just a quick little reminder. So I'm just going in with my Tammy Taylor peel and stick file and lightly filing the sides. For today's video, we are going to be doing a pink and white ombre. I went ahead and started applying my acrylic. This is Milky White from Not Polish. I love using more of a natural white for pink and white ombres just because it gives it that like classy feel. Sometimes a white can be a little bit too harsh depending on the client's skin tone, so I love using this as an alternative. So I'm going in and applying that to the tip. And I am lightly blending it up towards the cuticle area right where the tip meets the natural nail. Now I'm going in with Fiesta Sista from Not Polish and applying that right above that white color and then just gently blending it down towards the tip. This is a really pretty pink, definitely perfect for pink and whites, especially French nails. I feel like it would be such a pretty combination. So I'm just going in and applying that last bead in the cuticle area. Now I'm not the best at ombreing pink and white, but when it comes to nude, I can blend it out very well. So I'm just adding a little bit more where I feel like it needs to be blended just a little bit better. And then that kind of solves the issue. So now again, I'm going in with that Milky White, applying it in the middle section, blending it up gently towards the cuticle area, and then just using very light tapping motions to pull the product down. And then I start wiping the sides and then I just blend it out. And because I did use a little bit of product, I am going in with another bead and just applying that in the tip, blending it gently up into the product that was already applied. Same concept, same steps. I'm going in with the pink and then just blending it down towards the white. And then I'm just going to let you guys continue to watch this as this is pretty repetitive. You will see me apply a little bit more pink in those areas, like I said, that I feel could be blended a little bit better. So always keep that in mind. You can always fix it afterwards. I feel like a lot of people stress out with getting it down perfectly the first time, but that's why I like working with smaller beads and thinner layers, because if I do need to fix errors, I can just layer it up and it'll fix the issue, versus if you apply a large bead of acrylic and your blend does not come out right, then the nail is going to turn extremely bulky once you try layering on more product. Now I'm going in and encapsulating the nails. I feel like a good layer of clear acrylic also helps blend all that product together. So you'll see towards the end how it does blend it just a little bit better. So I like definitely encapsulating pink and white, and it also gives it that protective layer for when you go in and file, you don't file off any of the ombre. I'm going in with my clear acrylic from Not Polish and just applying a layer of that over top of the rest of the nails. I don't go in any specific direction with this. I kind of just apply more where I feel like it needs a little bit more thickness, and I apply a thinner layer where it already has a good thickness. If you are wondering what the perfect thickness to a nail is, in my personal opinion, I did create a video for you guys. It is super in depth on exactly how I create the thickness to my nails, my clients' nails, and the nails on my practice hand. So make sure you guys check that out. Now, once everything is nice and dry, I'm going in with my Kiara Sky rechargeable e-file. I have her at about 8,000 to 9,000 RPMs. And along with that, I'm using my 5-in-1 bit from Kiara Sky as well. This is medium grit. Absolutely a must. This solves a lot of my issues when it comes to finish filing. It's perfectly tapered at the tip, so it makes it really easy for you to file around the cuticle area, and then you use the larger part to file the surface of the nail. So definitely a must. I'm going around the cuticle area very gently, making sure that I'm getting the product nice and flush to the natural nail, and then I'm going vertically up and down to file the length of the nail. I like to do this because it gives you a larger surface to work on versus if I file horizontally, a lot of the time the nail will skip. So I try to focus more on filing vertically instead of across the width of the nail. Now I'm going in with my Tammy Taylor peel and stick file and filing the sides, making sure that the shape is nice and sharp. Definitely do not skip this step, even though we did file at the beginning. When you add acrylic, it adds a little bit of bulk and a little bit of imperfection, so you definitely want to go back in and perfect that shape. Now I'm turning the hand around to look at the nails from the client's perspective, and then I'm just going to be scoring off those nails. This helps me see any imperfections that I may have not caught that the client will see. So definitely turn the hand around, it helps a ton. Now using a lint-free wipe and some swipe, I'm going in and cleaning the surface of the nail, just cleansing off any excess dust that I might have. When working on a client, you can absolutely have them wash their hands. However, I prefer to use this method as I feel like it's a lot quicker. Now we're going to be doing some 3D nail art. I am obsessed with how this turned out. Super, super neutral Christmas look. So I'm taking my 3D nail art brush and taking a small bead of white acrylic. This is Ice Queen from Not Polished, my favorite. And I'm just applying that on top, kind of wherever I want the first ornament to be at. And I'm just flattening that out just a little bit. We're going to be doing a simple circle for that one. Now for the second ornament, I'm starting off with the same shape, kind of circled, and then I'm going to start gently pulling out the middle section just very, very lightly into a point. So I'm starting to flatten it out just a little bit more to give that ornament a little bit more of a width, and then I'm starting to bring that down into a point. So of course, whenever you start bringing it into a point, the rest of the shape kind of starts getting messed up. So I'm going back in and just flattening it out as I feel it is necessary. And I am working fairly quickly with this because I don't want it to dry before I'm done shaping it out. However, this acrylic does allow you that extra little bit of time to work with it. So I'm just cleaning off that little point. And then I felt like it was a little bit too sheer on that right side, so I just added a tiny bit more acrylic. I'm going to do this skinny little line with that same acrylic. I could have drawn it in with gel paint. However, I just wanted it to be nice and cohesive with everything. So I went ahead and did it with acrylic. Very, very, very small bead of acrylic. And then I'm just dragging it out to where I want it to be placed. And then I start cleaning it up. And as you can see, for the most part, it looks pretty decent. And I'm going to be doing that same thing on the other side. So I'm going to be showing you how to fix it. For example, some areas are a little bit thicker than the rest. I'm just taking that same brush and just wiping it up. This helps move the product to where you need a little bit more thickness. And then as you can see, there's a little bit of bulk product at the top. And all I do is flatten it out, and that gives me more product to work with. And then I clean it up once again, and then everything is going to be around the same thickness. Once you get the hang of it, it is really easy to do 3D nail art. You just have to get your liquid to powder ratio down right, and you will be good to go. Now we're going to be doing kind of a bow little effect here near that string. And I'm going in with another small bead of acrylic, and I'm basically doing kind of a petal effect. And I'm just making sure that it is nice and centered. I bring up the sides just a little bit, and it helps to give it that shape. So all you have to do is apply a little bit more pressure right in the middle section, and that will help create that sheer effect where you can see the pink coming through. And then of course I'm repeating that on the other ornament. And then I still felt like it was a little bit sheer, so I added another small bead, and then I made sure I blended it out so it looked nice and flat. Now we're going to be doing a Christmas tree on the middle finger. I'm starting off with a very small bead of acrylic, and we're actually going to start off with a triangle shape. Basically, the whole tree is gonna consist of different size triangles, so pretty easy to achieve. I love how it turned out. So we're doing a very small triangle, and that's gonna start off with our base. Now I'm going in with a slightly bigger bead of acrylic. Again, trying to shape that out into a triangle. So I basically push and pull wherever I want the product to be, and then I clean up the sides, and that helps make those nice sharp sides. And I'm more or less focusing on the bottom because I am going to be doing another layer over top, so it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect right at the tip. And then I slightly bring out the center just a little bit so it looks like it's kind of drooping. Once I'm content with that shape, I'm going in with the third layer. Again, same concept. I'm pushing and pulling the product where I want it to be. I did try to mimic that first one that I did. And then again, like I said, I pull out that middle section just a little bit. And then bringing out the sides. And then I start cleaning up those sides. And I do use my tip of the brush to just get all those little details in, make sure everything is nice and crisp. And whenever I need to fully move the product, I use the body of my brush. So I'm just bringing out that middle section just slightly. And then we're doing the last one right up at the top. Same concept, bringing out the middle section just a little bit so it looks like it's draping over. And then making sure that the sides are nice and crisp. I did try to do different sizes. So the bottom one was the biggest, and then I went slightly smaller in the middle one, and then the top one is definitely a lot smaller. It's definitely not perfect, but I think it turned out so cute. So because there's still a little bit of monomer on that nail, I just sprinkled on some Pixi glitter on there just to kind of give it a little bit of like a snow effect. And then I did go ahead and apply with my brush on glue from Young Nails some crystals to give it just a little bit extra detail. These are opal crystals, which I feel like flows very well with the colors that I'm using in the set. I'm going ahead and top coating these nails. I did, of course, use Matte It from Not Polish, and I'm just going gently around those ornaments. Had I known exactly the design I was going to do, I definitely would recommend just top coat before you go in with your 3D nail art. It just makes your life easier and you don't have to worry about any of that top coat getting on the nail art. If you definitely don't want to top coat it like I do, I prefer to leave them just raw acrylic. And then of course I'm going to be curing that in my Kiara Sky rechargeable LED light for at least 1 minute. I like to do 2 just to be on the safe side. But that basically concludes today's video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. I hope you guys learned a ton. Now let's get right into it.